So what's up? I see see one person checking in. Hope you're doing good. So we're gonna wait for everybody else to arrive. I don't know, maybe people are still waking up back in the US Sunday morning. I think everybody lucky guys, anybody checking in, I hope uh the wind isn't picking up too much on the mic using the AirPods instead of the microphones with the windbreaker. So y'all let me know how the audio is. It's a fairly windy day up over there. You can see we got some fairly good wave action going on right there. We're over here. So is it really that bad in the West? Is it really that bad in the West? That's what I like to know. Because been back home in the US and y'all let me know. Because of course the people that I meet up over here, you know, think about something called confirmation bias or the sample size. Okay. But doesn't it stand to reason that by the way, it's very windy out here today. The wind seems to be picking up. But like I said, I hope the audio is good, man. Y'all let me know if the audio is okay. But of course, right? Wouldn't it stand to reason that the people that I encounter, a lot of the people that I meet over here, a lot of cool guys, a lot of cool women, they're over here because they're unhappy in the United States, right? They're unhappy in their country. Okay. But is that the case for, the majority of the people in the US? I mean, like, I don't know. Like I said, it's been a couple years since I've been over there. So, uh, and of course, I can see on the news of, inflation. I can tell you this inflation has happened over here. When I first got over here, you could get down here, where I'm at, or let's say Cebu or, the province areas. I don't know about Manila, but you could get a sack of rice, a 5 kilo sack of rice for 240 to 280 pesos. That same sack of rice is going to run you 340 pesos, I think. So, inflation has hit, everywhere around the world. Uh, but you know what? I think that the issue back in the US and somebody out there, y'all feel free to let me know. Um, if we got any OFWs, any Filipinos, y'all let me know y'all's perspective. Feel free to share it because I'm very curious about what the Filipinos think. The Filipino OFWs in Europe, Dubai, um, you know, like what is y'all's perspective? You know, maybe it's different than Americans born in the US. Um, yeah. So yeah, I think that, like what I hear a lot is societal issues. Okay. People are, uh, not happy with the direction that society is going. Like I'll tell you, I'll share with y'all, right? Is that one thing over here in the Philippines. And somebody please correct me if I'm wrong, but people are very respectful. Okay, very respectful. Uh, you ride the pedicab. Everybody says "kuya" to the pedicab driver. I don't know. Maybe I guess they don't know them. They don't know all of these pedicab drivers. Everybody is generally respectful with each other. In the U.S., I think there's a huge lack of respect among everybody, right? So, why is that? Maybe everybody's just focused on themselves. Everybody's focused on the rat race, making money for themselves, right? And so, the U.S. is very individualistic. You know, me, myself, and I come first. I don't know. I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but it's still good to be part of a community. Community is very important. And yeah, I mean, how strong is the community in the U.S.? How many people in the U.S. are not active in the community, not active at all for whatever reason? I talk about it with a lot of guys up over here. There's, definitely, I would say over here is definitely a strong sense of community over here. No doubt about that. So what do y'all think about it? I see 30 people up on this live stream right here. Y'all let me know. We got 30 people up in here. Feel free to hit that like button because that like button is free. No charge. But yeah, I mean, guys, is it really that bad over there? Is it really that bad? Or isn't it or maybe too much pessimism? Is there a lot of pessimism? Is that what it is? Because for me, and by the way, y'all let me know about the audio. Y'all let me know how the audio is. When I get up, I'm gonna try to walk a little bit, try to venture around a little bit because hopefully the signal will stay stable. But yeah, y'all let me know because you know, for me, I look at the news, right? And the news, what do they say? The news is, you always see bad stories on the news. Everything is so negative, generally speaking. And did y'all ever notice that when you watch the news, they always put the good, wholesome stories at the very end of the newscast, like somebody adopting a puppy or, you know, somebody being rescued by a good Samaritan. It's always the last story. From what I've seen, it's always the last story on the news. The news makes money selling negativity, selling negativity, and feed. That's what it's about. It's about money. So, like I say, this is probably a little cloudy, definitely affecting the cell phone signal a little bit. No doubt about that. So, feels great out here though. But yeah, anytime I call and talk to anybody back home, often, often it comes up like how bad it is in the U.S. How bad it is in the U.S. And I just don't know how bad it is because I'm not there. So that's what I'm curious about, right? Is it really that bad? For me, I'm an optimist. Well, I guess you could say also I like to try to think of myself as a realist. I'm not just optimistic for no reason, but I mean, I think that a lot of people that we could certainly agree that Well, I can't. I don't know much about Europe, but I could say in the U.S. that there's a maybe some. I don't know what you would call it. Y'all tell me what you would call it because it's been a couple years since I've been over there. More than a couple years. It's right up over here. This is a. They've got this little amusement park set up out here. Nice. Lot of lot of people coming down here and riding the rides. Got 41 people checking in right now. 41 people. What's up, everybody? Good morning, everybody. Here from the U.S. Good morning, Marina. What's up? Where you checking in from, Marina? Marina 38. What do you think about the view? Y'all let me know. What do y'all think about the view, huh? Turlock. I've heard of it. Is that up in Luzon? I think it's up in California. Okay, what's up? Officer Expat. Hello, my friend. Just came across your live on Facebook by chance. I'm on Facebook. You mean I think you mean YouTube, right? I don't know. Maybe I could be on Facebook. I don't know. But the West, awful. Spent 4 months in Philippines, returned last week. My life is exponentially better in all ways in Southeast Asia. Buffalo. Buffalo, New York, man. You got to be look out, stay warm, man. Um, so you was up in so you spent 4 months in the Philippines. Tell me about it, man. Like 4 months is that's a pretty good little stretch. 13 a.m. Yeah, that's right. It's 13 a.m. on the West Coast, back in the U.S. I guess you must be a night owl, huh? How's things going up over there in California, by the way? So yeah, man, what'd you think about well, you said your life is exponentially better over here in Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia, of course, is a broad region. Okay, you got Vietnam, you got the Philippines, you got Thailand. Okay, you was over here in the Philippines for 4 months. Tell me, I mean, clearly you say it's exponentially. Exponential. That's a dramatic, right? Exponential is like orders of magnitude better than in the U.S. And you're saying that the West, awful, awful. I wonder how many other people feel that way. Going back to school tomorrow. Good luck. I guess. Okay, I'm taking a guess. You're a college student. College student. You're on your college break. You're either a college student or you're a professor or teacher, something like that. That's what I'm taking a guess about. But I hope y'all are enjoying the view out here. This this is the best place that I could get a cell phone signal right here. So I would love to move around and show y'all more, but the signal is just maybe because it's so windy out here, patchy. Uh, okay, elementary school teaching. You like that? Is that a good job to have up over there in California? Is your wage keeping up with inflation? And I'm assuming you got the teacher unions up over there in California. Are they doing their job to make sure? Uh, RF, what's up, buddy? Checking in, huh? I think you're up in Cebu, right? No country for old men, but Philippines still affordable for retired men. There you go. There you go. That's right. Hello. That's right. I'm on a live stream right now. Yeah, live stream. You want to say what's up? It's gonna. It's just I guess you could say viewers, audience. Say what's up. You're right here. You're on there right now. Is that okay? Do you want to? You want to? It's on you. The camera's on you. You don't want it to be on you. Do you want it to be? You won't. You're the star. You're the star of the show. Is that your friend? Jerry. Jerry. You gotta? Did you want to be on the live stream? Did you want to advertise your restaurant in Dumaguete? What's the name of it? Oh, you're from Cebu. Oh, at Cebu City? Okay, at Cebu City. I love Cebu City. So what's the name of your restaurant? My Bolo what? Yeah, I got this daggone noise canceling on the airplane. Okay. So what kind of food is it? Is it Filipino? Adobo? You got adobo? No adobo. Okay. Yeah. Don't be a Shanghai. I love that. It's great. I don't know. I don't know if they could. You know what? You want to do a little singing, right? This lady right here, she loves to do the karaoke. I heard her yesterday singing "Don't Trust Me" and "Don't Trust" something like that. Taylor Swift. You're a Swifty, huh? Okay, look, man, it was nice seeing you, right? And thanks for. They're going to sit over there. I would move over there, but the signal's so it's kind of bad today. It is really bad. All right, well, look, y'all enjoy, huh? I'll tell you later. Okay. Yeah, I'll be coming by later. It's a well, I can tell you that it's a foreigner asking questions in the Philippines. Yeah, a lot of people right now they're back in the U.S. Right, a lot of guys back in the U.S. Some also Filipinos over here watching, but the guys in the U.S. they want to know should they come up over here to the Philippines? Should they leave the U.S.? Should they come to you think Dumaguete? That you were telling me you're born and raised in Dumaguete. I'm a little baby from birth. From the time you was in your mother's womb, from the very beginning, and you love Dumaguete. Do you think Dumaguete is a great place for foreigners, for Filipinos, for everybody? Don't go to Cebu City. So you're saying don't go to her restaurant? Yeah, Sinaloa, and you know what? And I like to go to Sinaloa. I've been to Sinaloa. They put the paint on the face. They did to me, and they gave the younger guys. They gave me some paint, huh? They stick their hands in like a little thing. Like that. Is that what that is? Okay. Is that like that? Okay. Well, it's fun though, and I would recommend anybody. Y'all coming over here to the Philippines, go to Sinaloa. It's great up there. Yeah, January 19th, guys. All right. Y'all take care. Thanks for. Yeah. Okay. A week before the 19th, and check out your restaurant in Mabolo. Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to be up there in Cebu City for Sinaloa? Oh yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Very simple life. That's right. But it's a happy life. Okay. All right. That's everybody's goal. Your happiness is the key to life, but of course, the thing you, you got to make everybody wants to be happy, right? How do you be happy though? That's the goal. How do you for you? Everybody's happiness is different, right? For you, it's singing and dancing. You're not and what? Eating, of course. Yes, that's exactly right. Oh, thank you. And I enjoyed chatting with such friendly people. The both of y'all. That's what life is about, right? No doubt. All right. Bye bye. Good. See you later. Yeah. See, guys, I don't know. Isn't that a great example? Like, it goes back to what I think, right? That there's a community up out here. People are so nice. People are so friendly. People are so welcoming. Of course, let me get caught up on the chat here. Um, I'm in elementary. Listen, hold on. I gotta get back. I want to read what y'all are saying, man. So I'm a 34-year-old man, good shape, good income, and I'm invisible here in the United States. Used to bother me, but now I just realized the West is poison to the core. That's right, man. That's right. You know, it's crazy, right? That, like what you're talking about, 34 years old, but the thing is, what's crazy is that Officer Expat, you was over here for a month. See, it's like once you step out the bubble, and you stepped out the bubble, once you stepped out the bubble in the US, there's no going back. There's no going back. You know, for the vast majority of guys that I've met, once they leave the US and they see what life is like on the outside of the US, on the outside of the West, they don't want to go back. And they start planning how they could get out of the US for a better life. And of course, I'm an American and I love America. And yeah, I think it's sad, right? I think it's sad. You know, I think it's sad because I do love America. I was born and raised, and I'm proud of, where I come from, but it's kind of one of those things, right? It's crazy. If you're happier, you get to go where you're happy. You get to go where Yeah, it's as simple as that. You get to go where you're happy. So yeah, Mariana, are you I don't know. The picture on my phone is kind of small. I can't tell. Are you a Filipina? Uh, you know, but look, I appreciate you checking in, and of course, teachers. Look, as long as the teachers are not brainwashing the student, right? As long as the teachers aren't teaching math, as long as they're teaching algebra, that's my view on it. Don't brainwash my child. Don't brainwash any other child. But as long as the teachers are doing what they're supposed to be doing and teaching is a admirable profession, no doubt. Teaching is a very admirable. It's a big responsibility. Teaching the next generation, but not indoctrinated, not, teaching, like, what I'm talking about. That's one of the big things that people don't like in the US. A lot of people, the wokeism and stuff like that. A lot of people don't like the wokeism. Uh, so Officer Expat says people are far more friendly in the Philippines than the USA. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You know, Yeah, I appreciate you sending the love my way. I'm sending the love back. Thanks. And I can see that, when you make that move over here to the Philippines or wherever in Southeast Asia, you're going to be you know, a great addition to to the people over here that are already over here. You're going to be a, positive rather than a negative. So it's always great to be a positive rather than a negative. It's so easy to be a negative, right? It's so easy to focus on the negative. You know, it's what I learned is that it's in our nature. It's in our nature as human beings to focus on the negative, to be pessimistic. And so you have to train yourself to be positive. You have to train yourself to be optimistic. Uh, Marietta says, "Officer, you're a police officer." Possibly so. Let me see. I'm still scrolling. My cousin's in the army, and I haven't seen him in a long time. Look, God bless your cousin, man. And our military, no doubt, is. But the courage of everybody, of so many Americans. You know, I don't believe that America is a nation of cowards. I believe that so many Americans, we're fighters. We're tough, we're strong. especially when we need to be. We ride up to the challenge. That's what I feel about that. So yeah, man. And yeah, sorry about that. I'm not mic'd up, so yeah, they didn't come in so good. So yeah, I'm wearing AirPods. Uh, yeah, Mariana, thanks for the subscription, man. Or thanks for thanks for subscribing. Greatly appreciated. Every single one of y'all who tunes in, listens, watches, uh, I greatly appreciate it. But look, I don't take it for granted, right? I don't take anything for granted. Everybody's time is valuable. My time is valuable. Your time is valuable. I don't want to waste anybody's time. You know, so Lord of the swag, sir. This is a Wendy's. This is what we got here. Oh, Mariana. Said teachers are not teaching good and their teachers are rude. Honestly, here in Germany, it's much worse, especially Central Europe is done for. Oh, no, don't say that, man. Central Europe, that would be, let's see here. Central Europe, Germany is Central Europe. I guess Poland. Poland, is that still Central Europe? Maybe part of Poland is Central. Maybe the other part is Eastern. Um, let's see here. Lord of the swag. It's all about the women. If men are not able to find a partner, chivalry is dead, family is dead, and the working youth flees the country. Mariana, okay, so let me address that. All right. Yeah, for a man, if you're heterosexual, you're a straight man, there's no doubt it's all about the women, especially if you're a young man. You're a young man, it's all about the women. How did you feel as a young man when you hear women in the West say, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. That's not exactly what you want to hear, I guess. That's not exactly music to your ears. So yeah, there's no doubt about that. Is that you got to be able to find something. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to find something. So the dynamic is out of whack in the West. The dynamic is that, you know, I love women, but they talked about equality. It's not equality. It's you know, simple as that. So what it is that the women have the advantage in the U.S. and they take advantage of they take advantage of that. So well, you can look. I don't blame women in the U.S. By the way, I'll tell you this: I don't blame them. Right? If you got this system set up in your favor, you'd be a fool not to take advantage of it. You know, you'd be a fool not to take advantage of it. I mean, right? You're gonna do right if the game is set up in your favor, then you're gonna play the game the way it's set up. You know, anybody that says otherwise, you I don't know. I mean, like, so that's how the game is set up, and so people are just playing the game the way it's set up. So let's see here, Mariana, how did you get your subscribers up to live stream? Because I'm a YouTuber and I can't get my subscribers up. How do I get them up? I don't know. I guess people just show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. And you know what? Uh, yeah, I would say, I don't know what your. I tell you what, Mariana, you said a comment, on one of the videos or whatever. I'll see it pop up. You let me know. I'm going to check out your channel. I'm going to check it out, and I could get back with you later. But no, I just do a little, live stream, and people show up. As simple as that. And let's see here. Lord of the Rings. Poland is Eastern. Bruno Callisto. Where is your Greek friend Casanova? You know what? Of course, I would say that, and Mariana says, "Chip." It is Mariana 38. So I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see what you're doing. I'm gonna see, you know, I'm gonna see what your channel's about. So, but look at that Ferris wheel going around. What do y'all think? Would y'all get on that Ferris wheel and ride it? It's got a roller coaster up over here too. You know what? Uh, I I probably got a buddy of mine that showed up pretty soon. And of course, I can't walk up over there without losing signal. But so let's see here. Let's see here. My boy, Lord of the Swag, says that Central Europe is done for. Done for. Why is it, by the way? Is it because no more energy coming from Russia? You know, like is that the reason? Is it society? Uh, you know, I check up on the news. I've got to read the news. I read it for various reasons. There's a lot of disgruntled people up over there, man. There's a lot of disgruntled people back in the West. And what do I find is that when people come up over here, they seem to be a lot happier. Seem to be a lot happier. Certainly, I'm not the only one that noticed it. We got Officer Expat. He's up over here for 4 months. Clearly happy. Clearly enjoyed his time up over here. I would say, correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, it's like I was saying, is that when you step out of the box, and you know what, is that like I say, is that you know, it's a fine line, I would say, right? Because as an American, I want to reiterate this and make it very clear is that, and by the way, we got 57 people up in the chat, right? If you like this live stream, hit the thumbs up. Okay, hit it. Go ahead and do it right now. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up right now. If you like this live stream. If you don't like the live stream, hit the thumbs down. I guess there's an option for thumbs down. Uh, I got banned off of Fortnite. Fortnite. I guess I don't know. I'm not into video games no more. I think Fortnite is a video game. Thanks for that. I saw it. I got a like. Got it up to 4. Okay, come on, guys. You know what? We got 44 people in the live stream, just hanging out, chilling. You know, it's very simple to hit the like button. Okay, but let me get back to my thought. We got 34 people. And the more that I mention it, the more it goes down. Like the more that I mention how many people are in the chat, the lower it goes. Like I said, we got 50 people in the chat. It went down to 44. You know, then I said we got 44 people in the chat. It goes down to 34. If I keep talking, it's going to go lower and lower. We got 34 people in the chat. Next is going to be 24. And soon we're going to be uh, you know what, Mariana? That's up to you. That's totally up to you. You know, look, the live stream is not about that. So I just like it's like this, right? You know, anybody is free to do what they want to do. Okay, but I'm not asking for money. Okay, let me make that clear. Not asking for money. Nobody has to send me any money. Not asking for money. There's been some people, on some of these live streams that have sent, and look, it's greatly appreciated. It's like this, right? Is that if somebody wants to do something nice for you, like I got friends up over here, right? And sometimes, they do something nice for me, and sometimes I do something nice for them. It's reciprocal, like that. That's kind of like what a friendship is. So if somebody wants to do something nice, then I'm not going to refuse it because in some ways, like it's kind of like bad manners. So Mariana, if you feel like you want to do something nice, then I'm certainly not going to say no if that's how you feel. Um, so let's see here. Lord of the Swag says, but like I said though, is that uh, you know, is that I want to make it very clear. I want to make it very, very clear. You know, asking anybody for money, period. And that's the way that is that, for me, I enjoy doing the live streams to interact with all of y'all. For me, that's what it's about. And if I could, yeah, so that's what it's about. It's about interacting with each and every single one of y'all. That's that's what I like to do. I enjoy it. It's fun for me. Okay, hope it's fun for y'all too. So let's see what Lord of the Swag said. Central Europe pays retired boomers twice what an average worker makes while the cost of living has doubled. The demographic and politics is just not in favor of the youth. Okay, so I'm taking a guess, man, Lord of the Swag, that maybe you're a millennial. You're maybe a millennial. You're certainly not a boomer. Okay, is what I would guess. I'm not a boomer. Okay, I'm in my 40s. Um, it's a yeah. That is no doubt. There's no doubt that that's a big gripe in the West. You know, I think. Look, you let me know what you think, Lord of the Swag. But I think this is a big part of the issue right here, man. Is that the demographics? There's an aging population in the West. Also some countries in Europe. Yeah, Mariana. Look, you sleep good, right? It's late up over there in California. So yeah, you sleep good up over there. It's late. So I appreciate you checking in. I appreciate you checking in. And Dodita, look, last night they told me, Ann told me that he or she got shot in the neck. Hope you're doing better. Hope you're doing better up there in Hong Kong. And welcome back. Welcome back. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up if you want to. Um, let's see. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It didn't let me mad because I didn't send. It didn't let me send you money. It's okay. It's okay. It's no big deal. You know. Welcome back, Ed. Let's see here. So yeah, Lord of the Swag. So when you have an older population, you've got more older people, and of course they're getting, as you say, they're getting retired benefits, entitlements, and you have a smaller, younger population. They're the ones working. Okay, they're the ones paying taxes. It's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I guess you could say it's kind of like a Ponzi scheme, right? Is that the people that are paying in to the system, they might not even reap. There might not be nothing there, when they hit retirement because everything has already been taken. And, I've talked about this with my parents, because they're boomers. Okay, I love my parents. Okay, but I was like, look, this is just the way that it is. It's a far older population. And the weight. Think of it like this: the weight of the older people, because it's a bigger population than the younger people. The weight is crushing the younger people when it comes to governmental benefits. And I could definitely see how there's a lot of younger people that don't like that dynamic because they see because what they see is you're struggling as a young person. You're struggling, and what do you see? You see older people. Well, you know what my parents tell me? They said, look, son, we paid into the system. We worked. We worked a long time. We've been paying into the system, you know, for 30, 40 years. Now it's our time. Now it's our time to collect these benefits, so that's their response. And it's a legitimate response. I would say, who do you blame? You got to blame the government, right? Because they're the ones that set these systems up. So yeah, and let me see here. Bruno Calisto says a lot of expats are afraid to get out of their comfort zone. My advice is to go for it. If you don't like the Philippines, go elsewhere. That's right, man. You get to go for it. You got to go for it. You got to step out there. You got to step out there and go for it. You know, you can't be a turtle, right, with his head stuck in the shell. Why? Because of fear. You get to go for it, man. Life, you know, there is risk in everything that we do. And you can't let that stop you. Of course, you got to be smart. You've got to be wise. You've got to pick and choose. You got to pick and choose what risk you take. Is the risk worth the reward? So on and so forth, right? But you got to go out there. You got to go out. But right, isn't this a lot of this is common sense, right? Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to to be lived. So personally, I know a lot of people back in the U.S. What do? They go to work. They make barely enough money to pay the bills. They barely struggle by. They come back home, and you know what? Right? They maybe watch a little bit of YouTube, maybe do something online. Then they go to eat and go to sleep. Don't even have any friends. It's there's and I talk about it a lot with people that I know up over here. There's a loneliness epidemic in the US. A loneliness. That's a big thing right there. Loneliness epidemic. I can tell you like this. It's hard to be lonely. Hard for me to be lonely up over here. Over here in this country in the Philippines, it's hard to be lonely. Um, in the US, Uh, different story. Different story. Like I say, is that I don't like to try to think of stuff as like totally negative or like there's a lot of good Americans. Okay, there's a lot of good Europeans. Okay, a lot of good people back home. A lot of good people in the U.S. Uh, you know why? You know how I know? Because I see them. Yeah, I see them over here. I see a lot of good Americans up over here, a lot of great guys, a lot of great women uh, coming up over here. It's not, you know what? It's not just guys coming up over here, it's women too. That's something that's not, well, I'm sure some people talk about it, but a lot of the focus is on the men, the passport bro movement. Look, there's a lot of women coming up over here. But of course, not as much, not as many as the guys, but they are coming up over here. So let me see here. Whoa, Anna Lynn Messina. Whoa, please elaborate what that means. Let's see here. And be safe in the Philippines because me and my family got robbed and almost killed. Yeah, you know what? Look, you've got to use common sense wherever you go, right? You got to use common sense. There's like I talked about it a little bit on the live stream less than an hour ago, less than a day ago. There's uh there's danger everywhere. There is no heaven on earth. Okay, you just because you can say, well, generally this place is safer than another place. It doesn't mean that there's not danger somewhere. I mean, so like for me, I look at it like it's always about odds and probability, right? You know, just because a place is safer, the odds are lower, doesn't mean the odds are zero. So can we let's see here. Can happen any place. Stephen Shaw says, can happen any place. There's reasons you stay away from areas in our own towns and cities. Look, you know what? Sometimes, man, stuff is going to happen. It's unpreventable. It's life. It's life. As they say, life happens. Um, yeah, but of course, there's things that we all know it. If you people with common sense knows is that you don't. You don't flash, your money, your wealth, if you have any, whatever, you dress conservatively, appropriately for wherever you're going. Um, Stuff like that, basic rules of common sense, and you'll be fine, try to blend in. Try to blend in. Now, of course, in the Philippines, if you're a foreigner, it's impossible to blend in. Okay. Some guys can do it more. A lot of it depends on, to be perfectly honest with you, it depends on how tall you are, because that's one of the reasons that you might stick out is your height. If you're, if you have a big height advantage, we're not advantage, but, I don't want to say advantage because that's the wrong way to put it. But if you're taller, you know, you're gonna stick out. You're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. You can't blend in. You're gonna be noticed. You're gonna be noticed everywhere you go. When I first came up over here, it was kind of odd for me, right? Because I wasn't used to being, I don't want to say the center of attention, because that's kind of extreme, but I wasn't used to, being looked at, by everybody as you're passing by. Like it's like, you kind of feel if you feel a little bit self-conscious, you're like, wait a second, is my hair looking good? But then, because everybody's looking at you, or a lot of people are looking at you. But you adjust. At least for me, I adjusted, and you just don't care, right? If the wind was strong and it messed up my hair, who cares? No big deal. So Stephen Shaw says it don't matter how long you are there, you'll always be a foreigner. You know what? Yeah, it is generally true. Generally true. That's generally spot on. Now, with that said, right, is that sentence right there, it doesn't necessarily have to be viewed at, with a negative tone, like or like the thought of as a negative thing. Is that just because you'll always be viewed as a foreigner? Well, look, that doesn't mean that Filipinos don't don't like you. Doesn't mean that they don't love you. Like there's so many. Yeah, I'm a foreigner. I'll always be a foreigner up over here. But there's so many great Filipinos up over here that I'm privileged to know. That I'm privileged to say that they're a friend. You got to think about it, right? Is that they don't you know you know basically, right, you connect with people as individuals on a individual level. Okay. And not not everybody views you, they view you as a person, like that. So everything is on an individual basis. So that's the way that I see it. So But you do raise a good point, Stephen Shaw. You do raise a good point. I don't want to, sidetrack it, or, like, try to, sugarcoat it or try to BS it. You do raise a good point. Is that yeah, you will see, that's a big difference, right? Is that in America, okay, a lot of people from all over the world can go over there and relatively easy become a citizen as compared to a lot of the countries over here in Asia. It's not just the Philippines, by the way. Uh, Extremely, you know, far more difficult, far more difficult. Not a lawyer, not an expert in the matter, but let's just say it's fair to say more difficult to become a citizen. In many of the Asian countries, they have a different set of laws. So, like for example, you know, the U.S., your citizenship is based on being born on U.S. territory, U.S. soil. That's how citizenship is. In most of these Asian countries, not just the Philippines, but it's citizenship is based on blood. Okay, it doesn't matter that you're born in the country, it's based on blood, you know. So let's see here. Stephen Shaw says, exactly. I did not mean it in a bad way. You'll just always be seen. Somewhere there is like, yeah, exactly, man. It's exactly right. I wish I could give your comment a thumbs up, because I would. A lot of y'all, if I could give these comments thumbs up, I would because they're spot on. They're dead on the money. Uh, so yeah, it's let's see here. I'm going to sleep because tomorrow we're going to the airport, go back to the Philippines. Okay, well, look, look, man, I hope you get some good sleep. Glad you're doing better. And, you know, have a safe trip. Have a safe trip from Hong Kong back to the Philippines. So I want to check out Hong Kong. I've never been to Hong. There's so many places to go. So many places to go. I think I mentioned last night that we got 36 people on the live stream, by the way. Hit the like button if you like this. If you like the view, looking up over here. So every time that I say every time I say how many people I got in the live stream, the number drops. So I see we got somebody that hit the like button. Anodita, adios. Adios, amigos. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should stop doing it, right? We got 31 people, 34. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard this live stream. Uh, just hanging out. That's it. Just hanging out. And let's see, the topic of discussion is it really that bad in the West? I've had some people who check in and say, yes, Central Europe is done for. Okay. Central Europe is done for, said Lord of the Swag. And Officer Expat said, awful, awful. So, by the way, this is not not a political channel, but guess what? We got a few more weeks, right? 2 more weeks, and we're going to have a new president in the U.S. 2 more weeks, and there'll be a new president. I mean, look, it's not a political channel, but it's the reality. In a couple weeks, there's going to be a presidential inauguration up there in D.C. One man will be leaving the White House, and another man will be entering. Stephen Shaw, I plan on visiting before the next rainy season. Come on over, buddy. Come on over. Come on over. There's a lot to see, a lot to do. You've got to try the adobo. Adobo is delicious. I love adobo. Adobo, look, and by the way, there's a lot more Filipino dishes other than adobo. But adobo for me is like, you know, as a southerner, you know mac and cheese, right? Mac and cheese. Um, it's a comfort food. You eat it. It might not be the healthiest for you, right? But if you eat it, it makes you feel good. Or like chili. Okay, chili in the wintertime. To me, that's what adobo is a comfort food. And it was, by the way, a couple of days ago, I made some adobo. I don't know if we got anybody here that's makes their own adobo, but it's really good. Pork belly, ginger. I grate the ginger up with a grater, onion, garlic, chili pepper to add a little bit of spice. Uh, I like to add potato because I love potatoes. But you could to me adobo is very versatile. Adobo bad boy, which is a pork adobo, very versatile. Like you could you could uh you could add stuff to it according to your taste. But Stephen Shaw, have you tried balut? No, I haven't, man. I'll tell you this is that it's not because look, I know people that have tried balut though, and He said it's pretty good, right? Yeah. I met it, let's see here, about a year ago, there was a guy that I met down here, and it was like, we were hanging out, and somebody said, "Oh, you wanna try the balloon? You wanna try it right now?" And we walked with him, and we went, and he went right up over here. I watched him eat it. So but, for me, I'll pass on the balut, and the only reason that I'll pass on the balut is because, thanks for the thumbs up, man. I see somebody gave me a thumbs up. You're great. Uh, so the only reason I pass for the balut is because, on occasion, I have gotten, stomach viruses, okay? On occasion. And so I don't know what caused it. Was it a stomach virus? Was it the food? So, I'm a little careful, a little bit careful on what I eat. So not saying that the balut, so many people, man, they eat balut and it doesn't cause any problems at all. But let's just say, I'll say is that I'm not the most adventurous when it comes to food. I do have some food allergies, by the way. So I don't know anybody that has food allergies. If you got a peanut allergy, I've got a peanut allergy. If you've got a peanut allergy, I will tell you this. Anybody out there with a peanut allergy in the US, peanut allergy is very, very common. Okay. If you've got a peanut allergy, remember this is that over here in almost all of Asia, peanut allergies are not very common. And so a lot of foods have peanut in it. Like you wouldn't even suspect it has peanut in it. And it's not treated in the same way as in the US because most people over here, peanut allergy is far rarer over here. And so uh, you know, there's not warnings about it, on the food packaging. Like I'll give you an example, like Mr. Donut. It's something kinda like, Dunkin' Donuts, but they're in the 7-Eleven. Um, it was maybe, let's see, 5 years ago, I got me a donut from Mr. Donut, and I thought it was powdered sugar on the donut, right? But powdered sugar was maybe a little brown looking, a little yellowish, and I ate about half of the donut. It was in the morning time, I was eating it for breakfast, drinking the coffee, and, I ate half of the donut. I don't know why I didn't eat the whole donut. I just ate half of the donut, and I decided to set the donut down, and, uh and then about 15 minutes later, my eyes, they felt puffy, right? And so I went to rub my eyes and they were swollen up. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And so I go to look in the mirror and it looks like I've been punched in the face by Manny Pacquiao, right? Well, the greatest, I guess the greatest Filipino boxer of all time. Literally looks like I've been socked in the face, got two swollen up eyes. And I was like, that was the peanut. There's peanut on that in that powder, and, so that's a story right there from 5 years ago, and, had to go to the doctor, had to get what do they call it, epinephrine, the EpiPen. Jane Mary, are you laughing? Is that a funny story? It really happened though, seriously, right? It looked like no joke, like, it looked like have you ever seen anybody that was allergic to bees and they got stung by a bee and they're all panicking, right? Because they're allergic and they know it's called an anaphylaxis, anaphylactic shock. And you don't know how bad it's gonna be. But think about it, right? A donut, half of a donut. And then also, I'll tell you another story, right? Is that ate some dried fish. Okay, dried fish, very popular over here. And I had an allergic reaction to the dried fish. I'd only ate one of it. It sucked because it was so good. It tasted kind of like a salty potato chip. You fry up the dried fish in a pan, and then you dip it in like a sauce, like a soy sauce. It was to me, it's kind of like a crunchy, salty potato chip, something like that. And I ate it. Within a minute, my heart started racing like it was gonna explode, and it's like my throat just swelled up, and I started choking. But, look, I'm still here. I'm still here kicking, so, it was about an hour of, misery, and then, it all went away. So, but, let's see here, yeah. Hate for them to visit. I gotta, try Kari Kari, and I'm not sure what that is. Steve Taylor, I'm leaving, and I will live abroad, rotating between countries. Europe is crap. There you go. Europe is crap. Oh, okay, so you're allergic to strawberries. Well, I love strawberries. You know, that's the interesting thing about food allergies. I've never had an allergy to strawberries. Some people have it though. Some people have allergy to strawberries. Everybody's got a different allergy. You know, like I'm horribly allergic to yeah, there you go, man. The peanut sauce. That's exactly right. Humba. Okay. It kind of looks like adobo. I was at a gathering, uh, and you know, I was, it's kind of like the food was laid out like on the table, like a buffet, and I didn't know what this was in the dish. I said, "What is this?" And they said adobo. Well, it looked different than the adobo that I'd had before, but I figured, well, I've had adobo. Adobo doesn't have peanut in it, and so I get it, and uh, I take a bite of it, and I start crunching down on something, and I'm like, you know what? That's a nut. There's a nut like I'd never tasted before, and I spit it out. I see it's a peanut. So I asked, I said, "What? This is not adobo. What is this really?" And they're like, "Oh, that's humba. Humba's got peanut in it." So I was like, "So if you're allergic to peanut, be careful up over here. That's it's a big thing." So what's up, man? See what we got. Yeah, Europe is crap. The U.S. is awful. Central Europe is done for. That's what I've heard on the live stream. So, I mean, what do y'all think? Huh? We got a yeah, appreciate it, Gene Mary. Yeah, you know what? I'd rather walk around. I love to walk around, but I just can't do it. The wind has died down right now, so the wind has died down. So, but I'm going to stay put if I want the signal to be good. So, I mean, a lot of Canadians. So many people are leaving. Right? It's just up over here. It seems like the floodgates have been opened up. I mean, like the reality of it is that's why there's so much content, being put out. There's so much interest. I mean, it's a very high level of interest uh, among people in the West looking to get out, looking to go. That's why it's like there's a market. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a high level of interest. Okay, and the Philippines is at the top of a lot of people's list because of English, because it's a country that English is actually an official language. So that's one reason right there that it's at the top of a lot of people's list. And of course, the Filipinos are known for their worldwide for their you know friendliness and hospitality. That I mean, that's just like the cherry on top, right? This is like the cherry on top of the cake. So let's see here. Yeah, look, I'm glad that the Wi-Fi is better. Um, yeah, I'm from Canada. It's no better, man. Whatever happens in the U.S. affects us just as much, if not more. You know what? Is it true that, like I said, this is not a political channel, but I flip through the headlines sometimes. Is it true that Justin Trudeau was crying? Like I think that I seen on the, I don't click on the headlines. I read the headlines, and I think I've read that they basically the government up there in Canada has told Trudeau that he's gone. He's got to leave. They've kicked him out, and I seen a picture of him with tears rolling down his face. So is it true? Is Trudeau a crybaby? Was he crying about it? I don't know if that's true or not. There's a lot of fake news online, a lot of artificial intelligence. creating images that look 100% real. So, well, look, guys, like as much as I love to go on and on and on and on and chat with y'all more, Stephen, Gene, Mary, yeah, thanks for checking back in, everybody else. This is what I'm gonna do, right? Is shortly this is gonna come to an end. So not because I wanted to, but because of course, everything's got to come to an end. So, but appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate everybody, you know, checking in. Um, appreciate all of the comments. Very important to me, you know, really to read what everybody's got to say because everybody's got a different view. Everybody's got a different perspective. But but a vast majority of guys and women are saying this, a very similar thing. Everybody's singing the same song. Everybody's singing the same tune. The vast majority of people, like, there's so many unhappy people in the US, in the West, so much unhappiness. And life is about happiness. Life is about being happy. That's what life is. Like the ladies that I saw earlier today. That's what she was saying. Life is about happiness. If you're not happy, of course you've got to have money to survive, right? But how much money do you need to survive? What's the whole point in life? Happiness. But look, guys, let me read what Stephen Shaw said. It's bad enough. It's bad even most of his own party would have gone, but it's like the UK politics here. Trudeau can be in as long as he keeps getting voted in. You know what? That's something that I thought about, right? On a